And take some time to just notice how your body feels on your mat. You might feel tension, you might feel softness. Both sensations are perfectly normal. Allow yourself to just feel it. And take a body scan, starting from the toes, wiggle them. Move your way up through your legs, through your hips, your torso, your arms, down to your fingertips, to the crown of your head. Just notice some of those areas that may be a little tighter, that we want to send extra love and breath to in this practice. Just notice. Not changing anything yet. Take a big inhale through the nose, fill up. Hold it at the top. Sip in more air. And exhale out the mouth. Take another one like that. Inhale through the nose, fill up. Hold it at the top. Exhale out the mouth. Begin to engage the yogic breath, the breath that sounds like waves. You should hear it to yourself. It's as if you have a very slight constriction of your throat. The constriction is a very strong term. It's more of an engagement of your breath. And this breath is going to do two things for you throughout your practice this morning. It will help guide the speed of your movement. It will also help you get outside of your head and into your body here today. And just breathe normally here with that Ujjayi breath. From here, hug both knees towards your chest. Right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, and just rock from side to side. Taking organic movements that feel good here. And hug your right knee in towards your chest. Collect the knee with both hands. Extend your left heel straight out, or simply lower your left heel straight down with a left knee bend. Rotate your right ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. Good. Grab a hold of your right foot with your right hand. You may collect the big toe with the peace fingers, or simply grab the sole of the foot. Draw your right knee towards the ground, towards the armpit. This is a half happy baby. You should feel this in your quads, your glute, your hip. Big hip opener early in practice. Take it slow. 3 full breaths. Big inhale. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. 2 more rounds of breath here, in and out through your nose. One more. Grab your right knee with your left hand and find a supine twist. Your right arm will lower to the ground next to you in a cactus or a T. And twist your right knee over towards the left side of your mat. Keep your right shoulder blade onto your mat. The right glute will lift. On your next inhale, grow tall. Even though you're laying down on your back, the crown of your head moves away from your extended heel. On your exhale, you notice your twist. Feel it in your belly. 2 more breaths. Unwind your twist and hug both knees towards your chest once again. And just rock from side to side. Draw imaginary circles on the ceiling, the sky. If you're me outside, there's no ceiling here. Just lots of blue sky, thank goodness. A break from the clouds. On this side, hug your left knee towards your chest. And extend your right leg long, or simply soften your right foot down to the mat with your right knee bent. Rotate your left ankle clockwise, counterclockwise. And find half happy baby on this side. Keep your left knee bent. Grab a hold of your left foot with your left hand. Hello, glutes, quads, hamstrings. 3 full breaths into this hip. Our first round, open mouth exhale. Inhale, fill up. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Notice how you created more space in your hip. 2 more rounds of breath here through your nose. Hug both knees towards your chest. Rock from side to side as we did before, 3rd round. Draw some imaginary circles on the sky with your knees going in the direction. And then switch the direction of those circles. You should feel this on your lower back as if you're outlining it. From here, we will find eagle wrap with the arms and legs on our back. Right knee over left, right arm under left. And if you didn't get the right or left leg correct, that is okay. We're taking eagle crunches for 15. Take an inhale. Your exhale, elbows to your knees. You're simply crunching up a couple of inches here. Inhale to lay down. Exhale to crunch it up. We'll do this for 13 more seconds. Always the option to slow it down. Quality over quantity. 10 more. Just 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Unwind your arms, unwind your legs, and simply take the opposite crossing. So left leg over right, left arm under right. Find your eagle bind with the legs and arms, 15 seconds. Getting the core warmed up for practice. Getting the breath flowing. Exhale as you crunch up. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold on the crunch up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Unwind your arms and legs. Lay onto your mat. Take a big stretch here. Lots of space on your mat. And hug your knees towards your chest once again. And either rock and roll the length of your spine until you come to a seat, or simply push yourself up to a seat and face the mirror. And when I said mirror, I meant camera. You know, it's all those new words that we're learning. Sit well, drop your tailbone down, feel your sit bones underneath you, roll your shoulders up towards your ears, back and down 1 time. On your next inhale, reach both hands up and overhead. Your exhale, twist over to the right. Your left hand onto your right knee and your right hand behind you like a kickstand. Breathe well here for 3. Lift your pubic bone up 1 centimeter. Notice how that creates length in your spine. Crown of your head towards the sky. 1 more round of breath. Your last exhale, notice that you twist 1 centimeter deeper. Your next inhale, unwind, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist over towards the left. We're here for 3 full breaths, ladies. 2 more. Last one. We will take the twist, breath and movement 2 times each side. Inhale, unwind, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, twist over to the right. Breathe in, unwind, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, twist left. 1 more time. Breathe in, unwind, hands high. Breathe out, twist right. Breathe in, reach up, unwind. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. On your next inhale, unwind. Switch out the cross of your legs so your weird shin is in front. Good. Then your next inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Your exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. 2 more of those. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Tuck the tailbone down and do so. 1 more inhale. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the triceps lifted. Keep your arms in cactus. Feel your shoulders get warmer, just a little warmer. Keep breathing. Then drop your hands behind you, interlace your fingers to the left, puff up your chest. Identify that your palms are touching. If your palms aren't touching, that's okay. Just back out of it a little bit, meaning bring your fist closer to your tailbone. Good. From here, take your fist over to your right hip and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Ooh, that was my neck that just adjusted. I wonder if that was picked up in the microphone. You may stay here, or you may drop your gaze down towards your right knee and change the stretch of the neck. You may notice if you rock your head back and forth, you find the spot of the neck that's a little tighter that you need to send breath to. And I don't know about you ladies, but I've sure been looking at a lot of screens lately. So all the work that we're doing this morning, that we're starting out with, is helping counteract that forward slouching sensation we get when we look at cell phones and laptops a lot. So lots of heart openers, shoulder openers, and neck work today. Bring your head up to center and take your fists over to your left hip. And on your exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Breathe into the right side of the neck. You may drop your gaze down towards your left knee, rock your head up and back. Find that spot that needs a little more breath and stretch. Good. Take 3 more breaths here. One more. Good. Bring your head up to center, release your hands behind you, and find your way to a tabletop. You may swing your legs around or roll right over onto hands and knees. And once you're on hands and knees, find your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are hip-width distance apart. Press into your index finger and your thumb the most. A few rounds of cow and cat. Inhale for your cow pose, lift your gaze, tilt your tailbone towards the sky. And on your exhale, find a cat pose. Dome your upper back, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. You can come to your fingertips. I really enjoy that for my cat. On your next inhale, find your cow pose. Lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Your exhale, find cat. Move through these at your own pace. The length of my breath is more than likely different than the length of yours, just slightly. We all tend to inhale and exhale for the count of 4, 5, or 6. So that's okay if you need to move slower or faster. 3 more rounds of cat and cow. Last round. Come to a neutral spine, meaning no cat or no cow in the arch of the back. Then bring your knees together to touch underneath you. From here, you'll send your right leg straight back. Both hands will stay onto your mat. Feel the strength in your right leg by flexing the toes towards your face. Soften your right hip down 1 centimeter. Excellent. Take an inhale. Exhale, right knee to your right tricep in tabletop. Inhale, send the heels straight back. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger's pose in tabletop. Inhale, send the right heel straight back. Exhale, right knee to your left tricep. It'll cross underneath your body, engage your abdomen, your core here. Inhale, send that leg straight back. And on your exhale, you're going to step your right toes off your mat to the left. So you're crossing your legs behind you. It's sort of like a curtsy. You'll feel this stretch in your right side body. Good. So left knee is still on the mat. Right toes off to the left side of your mat. Excellent. On your next inhale, send your right heel straight back behind your hip as we had before. And on your exhale, find tabletop. 2 knees touch down. Opposite side, inhale, send your left heel straight back. Breathe here. Flex your left toes towards your face. Press the left heel away from you. Feel the crown of your head move away from your shoulders. So much strength in the core here. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, send the left heel straight back. Exhale, knee to nose, tuck, curl, and round. Inhale, send the heel straight back. Exhale, left knee to your right tricep. Twist it underneath your body. Inhale, send the left heel straight back. And on your exhale, you're gonna swim your left toes off your mat to the right. Find that stretch in the left side body. 2 hands are on the ground still. Grip the mat with all 10 of your finger pads. 2 more breaths. Your next inhale, lift up your left foot equal to your left hip straight behind you like we were before. Your exhale, tabletop, 2 knees on the mat, 2 hands touch down. Child's pose, spread your knees as wide as your mat. Extend your hands straight out from your shoulders. Take pressure off of the wrists here. You may bend your elbows, interlace your fingers, and drop your hands behind the back of your skull. Take pressure out of those wrists. Here you can even rotate out your wrists. 3 breaths in child's pose. And then we're gonna pick it up, ladies. Get some more heat in the body. Next inhale, come to a tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Tuck your toes, inhale. Your exhale, downward facing dog. You are always welcome to stay in tabletop versus downward facing dog, or rest into tabletop and then take child's pose whenever you need to during practice. And I have to adjust just a little bit because it's actually getting very warm outside here. First downward facing dog of practice. Check out the placement of your hands. You want them just slightly wider than your shoulders. And we talked about the index finger and the thumb earlier. We call that the L and J shape in the hands, if you've heard that expression as well. So you want to feel that L, which is technically in your left hand, and the J, which is your right hand, if you think about the shape of your index finger and your thumb. Those areas of your hand should press into the mat the most. Tailbone tilts up towards the ceiling. The heels do not have to come down. 1 more round of breath here. Bend your knees a whole bunch. Inhale, gaze at the top of your mat. Your exhale, tiptoe your feet up behind your wrist. Keep your knees really bent here for your first forward fold ragdoll. So the knees are so bent that your hands are on the ground. From here, if you want to build more heat, grab opposite elbows. Let the upper body be heavy. Sway from side to side, bounce up and down. Feel the length of your spine. With all of these movements, we're creating more length through all of our vertebrae, our rib cage, our entire skeletal system. Creates more oxygen in the body, promotes reduction of stress and anxiety, especially forward folds, allowing yourself to hang upside down here. 1 more round of breath. Release your hands down to the mat or blocks or the ground. So if you don't have blocks or books, I meant to say books instead of ground, keep your knees really bent so that the ground is close. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back, fingers to shins, crown of the head towards the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach your arms up and overhead. Your exhale, cactus. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up, hands high. Exhale, forward fold. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, fingers to shins. Exhale, forward fold, big bend in the knees there. Inhale, rise to stand, hands up and overhead. Exhale, cactus, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Take that series 1 more time. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to shins, lengthen the hamstrings and the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to stand, hands up and overhead. Exhale, cactus, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Building on halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, high plank. In your high plank, always the option for knees, and in fact, we'll demo with knees today. So toes untucked, toes point away from you, and you're shifting forward, shoulders over the wrists. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Keep your hands next to your rib cage. Elbows point up to the ceiling. Bring your mouth, chin, or forehead to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the gaze. And the hands become light. So breathe here as you float your palms. Spinal strengthening for 3. Tuck your chin in just slightly. Create 1 more centimeter of length in the back of your neck. 1 more round of breath. Your exhale, lower your forehead down to the mat. Inhale, push yourself to a tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, couple breaths, pedal out the feet. We will take that sequence again, and we will add the option to take upward facing dog or the option for baby cobra. Inhale, gaze at the top of your mat. Bend your knees. Exhale, tiptoe your feet up behind your wrists for your forward fold as you exhale deeply. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, fingers to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Hands reach up and overhead. Exhale, cactus, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, fingers to shins. Exhale, step back, high plank. Take an inhale in your high plank with the knees above the mat or on them. And on your exhale, either lower all the way down to your belly or lower down halfway. Inhale for your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Baby cobra we demoed before. Upward facing dog, the hips stay above the mat and so do the knees. We'll hold this for 1 more round of breath. Your exhale, downward facing dog. Option to push to tabletop, then downward facing dog. Excellent, ladies. We'll take that 1 more time. Breath and movement. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Forward fold when you get there. Halfway lift, inhale, fingers to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, cactus, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, fingers to your shins. Exhale, step back, high plank. Take an inhale. Your exhale, lower halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, you will inhale your right leg to the sky. Option to keep your left knee on the mat and take this in tabletop. You will get the same sensation in the hip. Take movement with your right hip. You may bend your right knee. Start there. Then take circles with the hip, or the leg may be straight. One more round of breath here. Take an inhale to prepare. Your exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Frame your right foot with both hands. You may soften your left knee down to the mat. Otherwise, keep the knee above the mat. Sink into that right hip. Breathe well. We're here for 3. 2 more. Last one. On your inhale, high crescent lunge, arms reach up and overhead. So the left knee can be down here as well. Options. I'll demo with the knee above the mat. Sink into your right knee just a little bit. Rotate your pinkies inward, take pressure out of your shoulders. Notice that your left hip and your right hip are both pointing towards the top of your mat. So if your left hip is open really wide, just shorten your stance. Adding breath and movement, cactus dips, inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms, dip your back knee. If the knee is down, simply just do this with the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. One more, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to your high crescent lunge, arms overhead. Your exhale, open up warrior 2. You will spin to the left side of your mat. Yes. Good. There it is. So notice your right knee stacks over the right ankle. The left hip can be soft. Shoulders should be getting warm here. One more round of breath. I'm definitely getting warm here because you can see the sun on me now, huh? Add breath and movement. Inhale, star pose, your right leg straight, hands overhead. Exhale, back to your warrior 2. 2 more of those. Inhale, straight right leg, hands overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. 1 more, inhale, reach up overhead, straight right leg. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Your right knee will stay bent. Your right arm reaches up and overhead. The left hand can rest on the left thigh, or you can take a half bind. I like the half bind because it encourages my tailbone down, which creates more length through the spine. You should feel your right side body get very warm here. 2 more breaths. Last one. Take an inhale to prepare. Your exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, frame your right foot. Couple rounds of breath here to set up for where we're going. Adjust your left heel so it's stacked over your left toes, so it's a pivot up that back foot. From here, inhale, gaze at the top of your mat. Your exhale, step your left foot up to meet the right, forward fold ragdoll. Grab opposite elbow, sway from side to side. Good. From here, inhale, halfway lift, flat back, fingers to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your chair pose, bend your knees, reach your hands towards the top of your mat, softness in the shoulders. So some might have their biceps near their ears, or if you're like me, have tight shoulders, your hands are straight out like Frankenstein. I've never seen Frankenstein do chair pose, but I love how yoga teachers use that as an expression. Check out, you see all 10 of your toes. And if you can't see your toes, send your knees back just a little. Take a big inhale. Your exhale, airplane your arms. So the knees stay bent. Inhale, reach your hands forward. Exhale, reach them back. We'll take 1 more of those. Inhale, chair. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, come to stand, straighten your legs, hands up and overhead. Exhale, cactus, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, drop your hands behind you, interlace the fingers to the webbing, puff up your chest. And as you exhale, find a fold with the bind. You might want to spread your feet a little further apart for this round while we're setting up our flow, since we'll be here a few breaths. So notice that my palms are touching each other. And notice what happens when they don't touch. My arms splay out. We want to keep the palms together, even if that causes your fist to come closer to your body. Let the crown of your head fall towards the earth. The knees can be very, very generously bent here, just like in all of our asanas. Excellent, ladies. Release your hands down to the mat. Find yourself in a forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to high plank. Take an inhale here, knees above the mat or on the mat. Exhale, lower halfway down or all the way down. Inhale for your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side we go, ladies. Option to have the right knee on the ground or stay in downward facing dog as you lift your left leg high. Open up your hip. Take movement. You will notice more weight goes into your right hand. Just square off your chest. So what that means is press more weight into your left hand. One more round of breath. Take an inhale. Your exhale will step the left foot in between your hands. Option to lower your right knee down to the mat or keep it above the mat. Either way, we will sink deep into that left knee. Breathe into your right hip flexor. One more round of breath. Your inhale will take you to high crescent lunge. The back knee may lift or stay down. Big inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms if you're in the low lunge. If you're in high crescent lunge, lower the knee down. Inhale, come back up, high crescent. Exhale, cactus. One more inhale. Exhale, cactus and dip. Breathe in, reach up, high crescent. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Your chest is directed towards the right side of your mat. Sink into that left knee. If your shoulders get too warm, simply flip your palms upward. We will add breath and movement. Inhale, straighten your left leg, hands connect overhead. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Two more, inhale, straighten your left leg, hands connect overhead. Exhale, warrior two. One more, inhale, star pose, straight left leg, hands overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm straight up. Your right hand can rest on the leg or find the half bind. Sink into your left knee. Notice the space in your ribs on the left side body. It's normal for the legs to start feeling tired here and your upper body. Breathe out. One more. Take an inhale to prepare. Your exhale will cartwheel your hands to frame your left foot on the ground. Take a round of breath here to adjust your right heel over your right toes behind you. Once the heel is stacked over the right toes, inhale. Your exhale, step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, fingers to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, bend your knees, fingers to the front of your mat. Exhale, chair, plane, hands behind you. Two more, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach back. Yes, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, stand, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, cactus, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drop your hands behind you. Inhale, fingers to the webbing. Your exhale, forward fold with the bind. Always allowed to ditch the bind and let your hands fall to the ground. Two. We'll be here for 3 breaths. One more. Your exhale, release your hands to the ground, find a forward fold. Halfway lifted, inhale, flat back, fingers to shins. Exhale, step it back, high plank to low plank, or skip it. Find your upward facing dog or your baby cobra. And exhale to your downward facing dog. All right, ladies. We're gonna take that again, one time on each side, breath and movement. Everything we did 3 times, we will only do once. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge, reach the hands to the sky, all 10 toes pointing forward. Exhale, cactus your arms and dip. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Inhale, star pose, straight right leg, hands connect overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach it back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, frame your right foot. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, crown of the head extends away from your shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, bend your knees. Fingers towards the top of your mat. Exhale, airplane your arms just once. Inhale, stand, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, drop your hands behind you, interlace the fingers to the webbing, bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold with the bind. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back with the bind. Exhale, release the bind, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank. Take an inhale in your high plank. On your exhale, lower down to your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Inhale for that. Exhale, tabletop or downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge, hands overhead, all 10 toes point forward. Exhale, cactus your arms, dip your back knee if the knee is above the mat. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2, spin open, your heart faces the right side of your mat. Inhale, star pose, straight left leg, hands overhead, connect. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm up and overhead. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, frame your left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot up to meet the left. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, cactus, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, drop your hands behind you, interlace your fingers to the webbing, puff up your chest. Your exhale, fold with the bind. Halfway lift, inhale with the hands bound behind you. Exhale, release the bind, hands to the ground. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, fingers to your shins. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, chair, bend your knees, hands towards the top of your mat. Exhale, airplane your arms behind you. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. From your forward fold here, breathe well. You may grab opposite elbows, let the upper body be heavy. Sway from side to side or up and down, very similar to the beginning of practice. And just notice the length in your spine. It's normal to have less energy right now or more energy. The blood is flowing. We got outside of our heads and into our breath, which is one of the best gifts that you can give to yourself. We're here for 3 more breaths. Last 2. 1 more. Okay. Your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale your arms to a T. And on your exhale, right arm under left. So similar to the beginning of practice, we're taking the eagle bind in the arms and in the legs. Bend both knees. Find something on the ground that's not moving, a drishti point, and then send your right knee over your left. Your right toes can stay on the ground for support. Mine always do. Good. So lift your elbows 1 centimeter higher and press them away from your body until you feel that expansion in your upper back. Good. You may stay right here or challenge ourselves to wobble out of this. Inhale. Exhale, elbows to your knees. We won't do it for 15 seconds this time. We'll only do it 2 more times. Yes, Corey, yes. And if you fall out of it and you laugh, then that is the accomplishment for the day. That's what we're looking for, friends. Inhale. Exhale, last time. Good. Inhale, come to stand. Unwind your arms, unwind your legs, reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms again, counter stretch. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. As you exhale, bend your knees, step your left foot back, right foot forward. Both hands will be on the left of your right foot. So it's a little different than before, and we'll start with our left knee down. So that right foot is shimmied out towards the right top corner of the mat. So we're getting into the hips now. We've done a lot of shoulder and neck work so far. Good. And you might find that if you plant your hands on books and you get a little higher, I meant to bring some today, I just have my water bottle. But the more that you are uplifted from the mat, or alternatively, if you want to get deeper into the hips this morning and they feel warm enough, you may lower down to your forearms. It depends on the day for me. Some days forearms, some days palms, some days blocks or books. This is a really big hip opener. This is where we start to release a lot of tension, stress, and anxiety. These big hip openers are typically where we notice that in our minds. We, as humans, especially women, hold these emotions in our hip space. And this is where we practice the use of our breath through discomfort. If you want more, you can bend your left knee and grab your left foot with your right hand. You can come to your left palm to do that or stay on your left forearm. 3 more breaths. If you took your back foot, release it gently. From here, you will shimmy your right foot between your hands so you're framing that right foot, and then find half splits. Your right leg will become close to straight. It's all right if that right knee has a bend in it. Just find what you can breathe through. There is a difference between pain and discomfort. I like to think that discomfort feels a little bit like electricity, and we know what pain feels like. Well, as us ladies, sometimes we don't know it's pain until it's too late. But that's one of the other wonderful things about a yoga practice is learning the boundaries of our physical body and noticing how we can continue pushing that edge of our physical body. And the more you practice yoga, the more you'll notice that that edge gets further and further. In your half splits here, you can add variations depending on what part of your leg is tighter. So for me, I like to walk my hands over to the left. This happens to get more into my glute. I just make sure that the right toes stay pointing up towards the sky. Some people like to walk their hands over to the right because they get a side body stretch on the left side. If you want to take full splits, you can as well. Let's see if I have full splits today. Oh yes. We're here for 3. 2 more. Last last biggest breath here, ladies. If you've taken a variation, just return back to the half splits where both hands are framing your right foot. Bend your right knee, tuck your left toes, lift up your left knee, take an inhale, and on your exhale, we'll find standing splits where the left leg lifts. If this is too much, simply just find forward fold with 2 feet on the mat. So getting really deep into that right leg, the left hip lowers down, point the left toes towards the face. One more breath. And how we'll get out of this, friends? Bend your right knee a ton, then touch the left foot down next to it, tuck, curl, round, tiny ball. Top of the mat. Yes. Good. One more side to go. Inhale, lift your hips, lower your heels down. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale your arms to a T. And on your exhale, left arm under right, or whichever was the opposite from the other side. So we'll start here with the upper body. You also can take a big bear hug. The arms don't have to completely bind. Bend both knees, look at the ground in front of you, find something that's not moving. Then send your left knee over your right. Left toes may be touching the ground. Squeeze the upper body, squeeze the lower body. Lift your elbows up 1 centimeter and then press them away until you feel your scapula expand from each other. Lift up through the crown of your head, tuck your chin in just slightly so you feel the length in the back of your neck. Inhale. Your exhale, crunch it in or stay in eagle, either way. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it in. Last one, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, unwind the legs, unwind the arms, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, cactus, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, fingers to shins. Your exhale, bend your knees, step your right foot back. Both hands will place on the right side of your left foot. So right foot back, left foot forward. And take what you did on the opposite side. If you want to lower the right knee down and untuck the right toes and find lizard, just notice that your left ankle is past your left knee. And then if you want to go to your forearms, you can, or stay on your palms. I'm a little tight this morning, especially on this side. If you have the added quad stretch, you would bend your right knee and capture your right foot with the left hand. We're here for 3 breaths. Two more. Release the back foot if you took it. Shimmy your left foot between both hands first, so frame your left foot, and then find your half splits. Straighten through your left leg and frame the left foot. Breathe into the hamstrings. If you took a variation, possibly walk your hands over to the left. That's my favorite. Or perhaps you want the hands over to the right for more of a twist, side body stretch, or full splits, which I will not be doing on this side. Each side's different. 2 more breaths. Walk your hands back to frame your left foot. Inhale, bend into your left knee, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and find your standing splits on an exhale or inhale, however you want to get there. Let the right hip soften down. We've been preparing for this. Breathe well. Big exhales. One more. Begin to bend your left knee. Touch your right foot down next to it. Tuck, curl round, tiny ball here on your mat. Excellent. From here, we will simply soften down to the buns. You can plop right down, swim right down. Good. And from here, we will lay all the way onto our back. Roll down one vertebra at a time until the back of your head reaches the mat. Keep both knees bent, and we'll take figure four. Right ankle to your left knee, start there. This might be as far as you go. Otherwise, draw both your legs in closer to your body. Reach the right hand through the window of your legs, left hand reaches around. Interlace behind the thigh of the left leg, or you can interlace your fingers past the left shin. Keep both feet flexed to protect your knees. I like to rock from side to side and find the area of the hip that's tighter and send breath there. We're here for 5 full breaths. Release the grip of your hands. Unwind your legs and send both feet up towards the ceiling. Just rotate out the ankles. Clockwise, counterclockwise, opposite directions, point flex. It is normal if your toes start feeling tingly. We're draining the blood from our legs so that fresh blood can flush into your legs, promoting reduction in anxiety and stress every time we get our feet over our hearts. Opposite side, left ankle to your right knee. You may start with your right foot on the mat. If you want more, draw the legs in closer to your body. Reach the left hand through the window of your legs, right hand reaches around. Keep both feet flexed. And notice when you rock from side to side, how that changes the sensation of the stretch in your left hip, your left glute. Three more breaths. Unwind your legs, release the grip, and send both feet up towards the sky again. Pointing, flexing the feet, rotating out the ankles. And then from here, bend your knees, stamp your feet on the ground right behind your sit bones. So feet on the ground right behind the sit bones. Feel for your heels with your middle finger. You want to graze those heels with the middle finger. That's where the feet should be. And take a round of bridge. Press the palms into the mat. Inhale, lift your hips. The palms may stay on the mat. Press into the ground. Or interlace your hands underneath you. We've had that sensation a few times in class today, binding the hands behind you. And press the back of your arms into the mat. Lift your hips up. Option to hover your heels for more heat. 3 more breaths. Last 2. Lower the heels down, release the hands out underneath you, and lower your tailbone back down to the mat. We'll take that one more time, or full wheel. So bridge, you know where you're going, lift the hips. For full wheel, hands plant on opposite sides of your ears, fingers cross, towards the shoulders, and you press up for 3, and 2, and 1. Lower all the way down to your mat, whether you're in bridge or full wheel, and press your knees together. Spread your feet as wide as your mat. Notice your lower back become flat. Then send both knees windshield wiper style over to the right, then over to the left, then over to the right once again. So both knees are pointing towards the right side of your mat and your feet are spread apart. If this is not comfortable for the knees, you can bring your legs together and find a traditional supine twist. We're here for one more breath. Take it to the opposite side. Knees to the sky first, and then drop them over to the left. Three breaths. We'll begin to unwind your twist. Send your knees up towards the sky, and we'll take happy baby. Bend your knees, they're already bent, right? Grab your right foot with your right hand, left foot with your left hand. Doesn't matter where you grab your feet. And rock from side to side. Enjoy this final big hip opener. Releasing tension. Creating space with your breath and within your body. When we have space in our breath and our body, the obstacles of life are just easier to deal with. When we're tensed up like a tight rubber band, those little fluctuations in life can be more dramatic. So think of yourself now as a loose rubber band, expanded breath. If there's any other poses, asanas that you'd like to practice, take them in. Otherwise, hug your knees in towards your chest. Create a sensation of tension from eyelids to toe tips. Squeeze those toes, squeeze the eyes, big inhale. And on your exhale, find your Shavasana, your corpse pose. Take up space on your mat. We will enjoy a conscious meditation together here for 2 minutes. And let me tell you a little bit of how to guide you. So during this time frame, you will have thoughts. I know you will. They'll come up, and it's okay. There'll be thoughts about the past, the future, or right now. That sensation of, I need to get somewhere, I need to do something. Just let that thought pass and keep returning to your breath. Add a mantra to your breath. For example, when you inhale, say inhale. When you exhale, say exhale. We'll be here for 2 minutes.
I think they're more that way.
Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate out your ankles ankles and wrists. And reach your arms overhead, take a big stretch. Bend both knees and roll onto your left side in a fetal position. Your left side. Using your arm as a pillow. Feeling the support of the ground underneath you. Like the beginning of class, just notice. Sometimes that's all we can do is just notice. Notice how you feel. Notice your breath. And then push yourself up to a seat and face the camera, aka the mirror. And bring your palms together to touch in front of your heart. And notice your tailbone drop down. Sit back just slightly so you feel your upper body stack over your sit bones underneath you. Sit 1 centimeter taller, grow the crown of your head up towards the sky. Press your thumbs into your sternum until you're aware of your heartbeat. And feel your chest rise and fall with every inhale and exhale. And take notice that when you focus on your breath, you cannot focus on much else. And as you find yourself, as the mind wander through your day-to-day, and as things may become overwhelming, return back to your breath, even if it's only for a few seconds. Every time we focus on our breath, we literally calm our mind, help it return to homeostasis, get out of that fight or flight habit that we do, and turn back to slowing down. I am so honored and humbled to guide you through your practice this morning, ladies. With gratitude, we bow. Namaste. That was very lovely. Oh, so good to see you. Will you unmute? Come over and say hey. Hi. Oh, I got some. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Good. Yeah, and I really loved that this was something that you asked for, because it felt really, really good. And I think as yoga teachers, we need to slow it down a little bit and break down some of the postures so you have that sensation of feeling like you're flowing through it. So, yeah. Yeah.